staying strong within your own field. Blessings and peace, dear ones. In these turbulent times, when you, and indeed many around you, and most likely all of humanity, are having strong emotional reactions to difficult situations that permit of many interpretations, and there are so many different ways to look at everything that is happening. And indeed, all the time, really, in your world, when it comes to relating to other human beings, it is good to know how to maintain your peace, your calm, your presence, your joy, your love, without being affected, pulled around by the states of others. We can call that inner dramas, outer dramas. You might know about it or not know about it. In other words, it might just be coming at you without you realizing why, but you just feel yourself being knocked out of your center, or you just find yourself not feeling great after talking to someone, even though, well, they didn't say anything particular. Well, sometimes it's very hidden, and sometimes it's very obvious what is going on emotionally with one of your friends or acquaintances. And the very simple thing to understand is that if you are affected, then there is something in you that does need your attention. Once you have realized that you can't really be knocked off your center by something that has no relationship with you whatsoever, because it doesn't enter your vibrational field. You are relating to people on an energy spectrum, which is your spectrum. There are many people going through many dramas in the world, many difficult situations, but not all of them affect you personally. That doesn't mean you don't care. You care a great deal. But it doesn't knock you out of your center. It only does that when you have something important enough within you that is vibrationally on that same spectrum, on that same, literally, it's like a note. It's making your strings vibrate. This is important to understand. It's not a matter of blame or guilt or, oh dear, am I really, I'm not like that person. I don't behave like that. I don't do that. Well, it's not exactly what I'm talking about. It's not that you would do what they would do or say what they are saying or be in any way in a drama like them. You have to go a little deeper and feel. And it could simply be, for example, that ever since you were a young child, all other dramas that were going on, because I assure you every life is in effect a drama, because it just means an enactment. But all the other dramas which were going on around you got more attention than you, for example. That can be a reason why you just can't stand other people's dramas, because they're just drawing all the attention. And, well, that can mean that it's something that happened when you were young that you didn't get enough attention. Or it can simply be that it's drawing your attention and you don't want to pay attention to those people and their dramas. But again, if you are disturbed, you are already paying attention to what is going on in someone else's life. It's already affecting you if you're paying it attention. So then we have to ask, right, well, why? What is it in me, in this moment, that is being called to pay attention to some drama going on, which does not, strictly speaking, have anything to do with me? Or let us say, I don't want it to have anything to do with me. I would rather not have anything to do with it, but I don't want to be rude. I don't want to put, blocks in my ears, or obviously put a blindfold on so that I can't see them. I don't particularly want to walk away, so I just want to feel safe, whatever is happening around me. And so I'm sure you would understand, therefore, the title of my talk today, which is how to maintain your inner strength in all situations. How to understand that it isn't so much about blocking the drama out as realizing what part of you need to work on right there in that very moment. Because if you find what is in you, two things happen. Number one, your attention comes right away from whatever's going on out there, and you are authentically now back in your center dealing with what's at home, what's in you. And by doing that, secondly, you are now able to shift that. You're now able to change that because you are engaged with what is real, which is yours, rather than trying to affect anyone else or stop them shouting, screaming, or whatever they might be doing, or being horrible to each other, or whatever you may perceive someone else's drama to be. And it's disturbing you because you don't like it. But if you come back and you realize, wait a minute, I'm just going to breathe into this place that feels so disturbed, because there's a small place in me that maybe has been harmed at some time by something similar. And I've absorbed it into my being. Perhaps it was other people in conflict around me before, when I was equally unable to do anything about it when I was younger. Breathing into that place, you realize, well, wait a minute, I'm not a child now. And I realize that I cannot affect what's happening in this drama around me, and my best place is to just breathe and return fully to be within myself. And because I am seeing this drama, I am going to just send love and light there, but I'm going to take out any attachment cords that I can perceive are pulling me in, pulling my small place that wants to make it all better. And I'm going to pull that small place back into me. From my heart, I'm going to send love so that I know I have given what I can. And then I come back inside. I put my arms around the little part of me that feels so upset that people are hurting, that people are fighting, and perhaps a little afraid. Perhaps that part of me is a little afraid that they won't stop, that it'll get worse. And I notice that part of me, and I just embrace him or her inside. And I remember that each being is enacting their soul's evolutionary process, and that it may involve many different emotions and dramas and events. And I come back to me knowing that God is embracing all of creation, and that I do not need to control or organize any other person. I do not need to make it all better. I just need to be fully present and be at one myself with divine love and divine presence, and breathe and give thanks for the peace that is in my heart. And from this place of peace and love, I send healing, compassion, kindness, love to any dramas that are happening in any beings who are feeling any other emotions other than love. And I remember that I am the living spirit within. I remember that I am the living incarnation of divine love here in this body, in this moment. I breathe and expand my heart and my hara. Draw the love up from the earth and in from all around and down from the stars and from the sun. And I give thanks. I give thanks for this moment, for this breath I'm taking. I give thanks for all the processes of my evolution, of my development, as I become stronger and stronger to hold the presence in the here and now. I give thanks to all the beings who surround me, all the light beings who come when I call them and help expand my light body. And I place the mirrors all around me. And as you feel those mirrors sparkling, almost as though they're alive, they're smiling, they're radiating your smile out, your magical smile of love and light. And your whole field is pumping through those mirrors out into the world as the light pours through them and creates in your field a golden, wondrous orb. It's alive also with the love divine, dancing, living light inside your field. Breathe that in. Breathe it inside your body, and from your body a blue radiance emanates as your body knows how to create that protective layer, close, hugging all around, keeping you safe. So with your blue orb around your body and your gold orb around it and the mirrors that shine on the edge of your field, sparkling and dancing. Breathe deep. And remember, your love is always needed. The best work that you can always do is to stay centered in your heart, fully responsible and in deep ownership of all that you are. Fully present to your own emotions, fully in realization and honoring of your own being, whatever those emotions are, because you are responsible and you are holding your own emotions, you will not draw them in from the outside. You will not need to get involved with anybody else's dramas, because you will be in ownership of your own. Not necessarily that it is a drama as such in that way, but it is an enactment, and you are here to enact the fullness of your own presence. And that is where your attention needs to be. And when you are in command and in the center of your being, then you can afford sometimes to just lend a hand here and there within all of the dramas that are so many all around you. But you can choose. You know when to go out and when it's enough and when to come home to you. And once you are in that sense strong, once you have that perception within you of what is right for you to be involved with, and what really does not serve you to be involved with. Then when you go forward into the world, all of which is a big drama, you will do it with the most beautiful energy that radiates like a laser beam, brings help, healing, understanding, love, support, without depleting your field. And in that way, as you practice total responsibility and total attention to the fact that it is always happening inside you, it only seems to be happening outside you. When you take full responsibility for everything that is happening in your life, internal and external, you grow a strength, a power within you. No one can take it. You can sometimes lend it, but only you own it. And that is yours forever. And once you have made that strong field, and you know what it feels like, you will never want to live anywhere else but in the very center of your being. Blessings and peace, dear one.
Blessings and peace.